Good afternoon, my dear friends. This is Mr. Henry Kazo live from New York City. How are you guys? Happy Sunday to you guys. Please just let me know where you're watching from. Are you watching from New York or from USA or from Canada, from France, from Nigeria, from Portugal, from Norway? Just let me know what part of the world you're watching for. This is a global community. All right, so I am your number one human capacity coach. I come here bi-weekly just to share with you guys on informations that can literally help you to unleash your potential. So as a human capacity coach, I come across several people on a daily basis, going through so much in life. They don't know how to navigate life. But as a coach, I think it is my job to share with you guys how you can literally unleash your potentials. So for this week, I have a great topic which I want to share with you guys. It's titled Developing Critical Skills for Success. When we talk about skills is simply underrated in our contemporary society. People don't understand the value of skills. Skills is something that can literally help you to literally unleash your potentials. But then, skills is not all about learning a particular trade. There are many kinds of skills that you might need to literally unleash your potentials. And why do I say this? In our contemporary society right now, employers are looking for people who have skills. Apart from your education, your experience, they want to know, what do you bring to the table? What can you offer? And don't get me wrong, okay? I am not saying that education is not important. Education is good. As a matter of fact, even in the Bible, it is said in Proverbs 1 verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. That tells you that God gives wisdom and understanding. But the big point I want you to understand is the word of God in Proverbs 4 verse 12, which says, your education is your life. Guard it very well. And in Hosea 4 verse 6, it says, my people perish because they lack knowledge. Now, despite that being said again, I want to understand you that there's a place for education and there's a place for personal development. That is why most times you see people who go to school, they get first class, they get, good grades, 4.0, 2 second class upper, distinction. But when they come to the real world, they now work for those who got first class or second class lower, or even a lower grade in school. So the point there is that personal development is very critical. And as a human capacity coach, my training is focused on mindset training and self-discovery, knowing who you are. So once you know who you are, you will know what is so unique about you. Once you know who you are, you will know what is your purpose. You will know how to make the right choice. You will know how to unleash your potential, because guess what? You will now maximize your time. You will appreciate yourself, and you will now network with the right people. But that is not the case which I want to share with you guys today. Okay, the point I'm trying to let you guys know is that skills are critical for success. So your education is one thing, while skills is also another thing. I always tell my friends, your education will give you a living, but your skill will give you a life. Now, many of you don't have a legal background, right? Many of you don't know. They don't see me as someone who's a coach. Yeah, because that is what I want the world to know. I have a legal background. I'm an attorney in Nigeria. I went to New York Law School here, and I work in law enforcement agencies. But people don't see that. It's only when you look on Google, you will see, oh wow, this guy has an amazing career. But what am I trying to share with you guys? Nothing has given me prominence in life more than my skills. For example, I'm right here on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Twitter. People see me online every now and then. Now, this has given me so much opportunities in life, because once you put my name on Google, use hashtags, you can find me out there in just one click. You get me out there. Now, I'm an author, I'm a public speaker, I'm a creative writer. So I'm literally out there. Now, my professional experience or job has not given me opportunities, never. But it is my skills that has given me out there. It's just like when you see people who are entertainers, artists, you see them, the world respects them. Like those who play soccer, the world respects them. Those who sing, those who draw, those who are into sports, the world respects them, because why? They have distinguished themselves. Not even the academic qualifications has given them that kind of degrees or exposure. That tells you that skill is very, very important. And that is why I strongly encourage my friends, develop yourself. When I'm talking about developing yourself, I'm not talking about only professionally or personally. Develop yourself by acquiring skills. In our contemporary society right now, if you have a skill, most employers want to hire you. They're not concerned about education. They might be concerned about, okay, can you speak, can you write, but what do you bring to the table? And that is why I always encourage people to practice what I call self-education, because that is the greatest form of education. So now I'll be sharing with you some of the skills that you need to have at the back of your mind so that anywhere you see yourself, you can adapt globally. Now, these skills are not exhaustive. I'm not going to share with you some I think you need to know. But if you want a more comprehensive lecture or a program on this, you have to come to me for my private coaching and I will help you. Because one thing is just theory, but then the implementation is what makes the difference. Every case is different. So no matter whatever you hear from me now, it's giving you an idea. But that idea, is it universal? Does it apply in every principle? The answer is no. That is why you need a coach who will hold you and guide you and let you know the kind of skills you need depending on your industry. If you're a father, you need the parenting skills of your parents. If you're in business, you need a kind of skill. If you're a student, you need a kind of skill. If you are an entrepreneur, you need a kind of skill. If you're a clergyman, you need a particular skill. Even though you are a clergy, teaching the word of God, you need a skill. So in everything you do in life, you need a skill. Even though as a teacher, you need a skill to impart the right knowledge to your students. So the first skill I want to share with you guys today is what I call personal development. Is self-discovery. The skill of knowing who you are. You know, it's quite unfortunate many people don't know who they are. I always tell my friends, your purpose was made in heaven, but your assignment is on earth. But quite unfortunately, due to desperation or pressure, people leave what they're supposed to do and do something else. So when I talk about knowing yourself, I mean the art of self-discovery. Now, the skill of the moment which I want you guys to understand is the skill of personal development. And what is personal development? Number one, you have to learn how to drive. You have to learn how to cook. You have to learn how to swim. Even personal hygiene, you have to learn it. And how does this play out? Imagine, for example, as a man, you're married to your wife, and your wife has refused to cook for you. Your ability to cook might make a difference. Imagine right now you're driving and there's an accident out there, or in your family there's an emergency, and they need somebody to drive the car to the hospital, to drive a patient or somebody to the hospital, and you cannot drive. That's a problem. But your ability to drive can make the difference. So do you see that these skills are very, very important? Even swimming. Imagine that there's an accident right there, and you see yourself in the water. How will you save yourself? Your ability to swim can see a difference. So this is what I call emergency skills. You just need them because it can happen in any way. But how do you narrate that story to somebody else? Now let's talk about technical skills. These kind of skills are applicable depending on your industry. It deals with machines. If you work in an engineering firm or you work in a computerized agency, you need a technical skill. Your ability to understand the foundations, the little parts. These things are very, very important. Now let's talk about professional skills. You are working in any establishment, right? Do you know your ability to understand how to read and write and even speak can make the difference in your life? You understand? But many people don't know how to actualize this skill. So your professional skill can make or mar you. Let me talk about leadership skills. Do you know if you have a business, your ability to lead people is very, very important. What is leadership? Leadership is the art of managing people and resources. So it's a skill to work with people or to deal with people. If you cannot manage people, how can you control them? How can you lead them? Human beings are very technical. In fact, human beings are the strongest people on planet Earth. So your ability to manage human beings is very critical. Even though you're in politics, you need to know how to work with the oppositions to pass a bill. In your work environment, you need to know how to deal with people. So these things are very, very critical. Let's talk about the art of negotiation. Negotiation skills. This skill is one of the best skills anybody can think about. You know, quite unfortunately, many people don't know how to negotiate, especially in a work environment. For example, you are given an interview and they want to interview you. You don't even know how to get the best pay out of it. Now, this is a skill you need to know. For example, it's just a basic Google search. You go and check what other companies are paying for that same position. You understand? You ask your employers, okay, what do they pay for this? Sometimes they might not tell you, but for you to uncover how they pay is a skill. And that is why most times people sell themselves short because they are desperate. A job might be paying you $100,000, but because you are desperate, you accept $50,000. So the art of negotiation is very, very important. Another skill I want to share with you guys is what I call emotional intelligence. How does this skill work? You are able to understand the feelings and the emotions of people whenever they are speaking. If they are frustrated, if they are angry, whatever it is, your ability to understand these things is very, very critical. You have to also understand yourself by knowing who you are. Emotional intelligence is underrated. Many people lack empathy. Imagine as a leader, you are working in an environment and somebody is screwing up, he's pissed off or she's pissed off. How do you calm that person down? These things are very, very important. Another critical skill again you need in life is the skill of teamwork or collaboration. How does that play out? We have an African saying that says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far in life, you go with a team. Teamwork is very, very important. If you are working in a work environment, you need to work with your colleagues to meet deadlines. In politics, you need to work with the oppositions to make this happen. If you don't have that skill of teamwork, trust me, you might lose out. And that skill comes with having a good attitude. So you understand? But how do people learn these skills? You must be open to learning. Even learnability is a skill. How does that play out? Many people are so rigid. They don't know how to learn. They don't take life literally. According to Alvin Toffler, he said, the illiterate of the 21st century is the man who is unwilling to, who does not know how to learn, relearn, and unlearn. So you must develop yourself personally and professionally because these things are very, very important. What about communication skills? Do you know your ability to read and write can make a difference in your life? Imagine, for example, now you're looking for a proposal or a grant. You cannot write your thoughts very well. You might lose out. Or even though they say that you're good with your words, they call you for an interview or to come and make a pitch. How do you convey your words, your message? It's a skill. This is how to be learned. It's not easy. Before I came live here, before now, I do stutter. Even till now, I do stutter. But over time, I have gradually learned the art of public speaking. And that is why I'm not shy to speak in public environments. So, learning skills are very, very important because it is priceless. Let's talk about creativity. Do you know creativity is one of the hallmark of skills? How does that play out? You know, your ability to think out of the box can make or mar you in life. How does that play out again? If you're working in a work environment and there's a problem, there's a challenge, how you think out of the box, how you prefer ideas, how you ask questions can make the difference in that company because you are curious, you want to know how, why. And then by so doing, you are developing yourself, you are doing some research. So these skills will not come to you. You are the one that will have to go there and make it happen. But the skill of all skill is a skill of what I call taking care of yourself. You know, quite unfortunately, many people focus on building skills externally, learn how to speak, to write, leadership, teamwork, creativity, negotiation. Just name all those skills. But you've not taken time to take care of yourself. Do you know it's only when you take care of yourself that every other skill can come in? Because if you're not healthy, how can you move on? You can't move on. You can't succeed in life. Because health is wealth. So you have to focus on your mental well-being in order for you to make a difference in your life. Once you focus on your mental well-being, then you can now have what I call a balanced mindset to literally unleash your potentials. So I'm going to leave it right here with you guys, but I want to emphasize one thing again when it comes to communication. Communication is very, very important. According to Les Brown, when you open your mouth to speak, you tell the world who you are. So the two skills that I can tell you guys to go home today with: skill of writing and skill of speaking. Once you can write very well and once you can speak very well, trust me, the world will respect you. Because why? We live in a connection economy. People want to see how you speak. People want to see how you write. You might not be able to see me, but when I convey my thoughts to you, you will respect me because I have been able to put my thoughts in a concise, concrete manner. So, writing is a powerful skill. Writing is a powerful skill. There are three things I always tell my friends when it comes to writing. You must be concise. and your thoughts must be concrete and you must be clear. Clarity is very important. Okay, so it's very, very important that you write in a creative manner. So skills is very, very important in our contemporary society. Even right now in the whole world is moving towards skill acquisition. So I'm not saying that you should leave your school. No, why go to the school? Also learn a skill. Me, I develop myself very well. Right now, I'm savvy with technology. I can build a website right now. It may not be the best, but I know how to build a website. There are different partners out there. You have to put yourself in a strategic manner. You have to learn the art of finance. Financial skills is very, very important. Accountability skills is very, very important. So I cannot overemphasize the importance of skills in our contemporary society. Once you build yourself, people will respect you. So my very good friends, I want to thank each and every one of you for giving me your time today. I hope these few points I've been able to share with you today is very, very important. Depending on your industry, you need to know the kind of skills you are going to adopt, because skills come in different stages and in different sizes. If you have more questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm live here on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Twitter, so I'm on LinkedIn, so I'm on TikTok, so I'm all over the place. Just search for Henry Okazo, okay? And I'll be right there. If you need a personal or a group coaching, or if you have people you want me to assist, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll be glad to serve you. But I want you guys to do me a favor. Share these videos to your friends and those who you think need to watch it. And I look forward to see you guys in 2 weeks' time. Please follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, follow me on LinkedIn, and follow me on all platforms. Even on my blog, follow me out there and I'll be glad to share with you guys. Thank you and have a blissful evening. Bye for now.